What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamescast, now episode 89, topic 1. I'm Alex. This is our conversational gaming show, a show that normally airs on our channel every other week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, where I talk about random gaming topics. Now, in this video, I want to talk about Bully 2 and GTA 6. I want to talk, firstly, and in terms of the title, I want to talk about if these two games are possible, that they can both be released, so they can both come out. There's a lot of debate, and a lot of people have talked, and there's been a lot of leaks and rumors and all this kind of speculation. One way or the other. There were people that said, that Bully 2 was happening and that, Rockstar Games had gone out and hired or had people like in the field of like college teachers and stuff like that, and they actually did like field work and stuff like that. So there's people speculating that. There's also job posts and job listings that would speculate that they're working on Bully 2, and then also GTA 6. There's been a lot of said about GTA 6 in general. Even the developers, Rockstar, have talked about GTA 6. In terms of which game comes first, I truly hope Bully 2 happens. I really want Bully 2 to be the game that actually comes out. I hope that even if we get a GTA 6, I hope Bully 2 comes after that. I just feel like it's time for Rockstar to expand past GTA and Red Dead. And yeah, I know Red Dead only has 2 games, but a Red Dead 3 is going to happen, eventually. So if there's a GTA 6, then it's like, all right, well, then it's like, is it Red Dead 3 or Bully 2? I think so many people want a Bully, and I talked about Bully in the past in these videos on the channel, and talked about, I think it wouldn't be the seller that GTA or Red Dead is, but I think firstly, it will still sell quite a few millions of copies, and secondly, it's brownie points. It makes them look good because it's like, it's not as big as the other games, it's not as slam dunk. I think it would be a harder thing to sell to maybe investors, to people. There's just not as many people I think that will buy Bully 2 as GTA 6 or Red Dead. It's just factually it wouldn't happen. But I think, again, it still makes them look good because so many people want it, and at least it'd be like, okay, well, they're listening, they'll take a risk on a smaller game than the other two, and not that Bully 2 would be small by any means. I think Bully 2 would be a Game of the Year contender immediately. It would be one of the better open world games ever made. It would immediately jump into that category, but it wouldn't be as big. GTA 6, again, it's more slam dunk. It's more like it's going to happen, just when's it going to happen? But where I want to go with this video in general, though, is when are we going to get these announcements? What's going on with these games? I made a video leading into E3 talking about will we get a GTA 6 announcement at E3, and it was really a shot in the dark, and I didn't expect it. I'm pretty sure I said in that video at the end that I did not think that it was going to happen because it hasn't even been a full year since Red Dead 2, and I know that they have different teams working on different things. I'm sure this other game, whatever it is, if it's Bully 2, if it's GTA 6, they've been working on it for a long time. They were working on it simultaneously with Red Dead. They weren't working on it at the exact same time, but I guarantee you it's been in the works for 2, 3, 4 years. That's just how Rockstar works. So whatever game it is probably closer to being completed than most people think. It's not going to be like a 4 to 5 year wait, but it is going to be a while. We're not getting this game in the fall of 2019. We're probably not getting this game in the fall of 2020. How amazing would it be, though, if a Bully 2 or GTA 6 came out around launch time of the next generation consoles? That would be really cool. I feel like whatever game is coming next, whether again Bully 2, GTA 6, is a fall of 2021 game. It's a full year after the next generation consoles launch. I think that's fair. I think that gives them plenty time to be able to make it and be able to fully realize it, and it would be like, okay, we all know what Rockstar can do. We know that they are really masters of their craft, open world games. Them and CD Projekt Red, they do it really the best, and I'm sure there's other studios, and then obviously they're both different games in general too, like Red Dead, say, and Witcher, or Red Dead or GTA and Cyberpunk, very different games, but they do it very well, and it would be their kind of jump into the next generation of consoles. So when do we see it? And again, and if you guys have watched these videos, and I've said it so many times, and because I'm recording these videos kind of all at once, it sounds very repetitive to me because I keep saying it. It's another situation where they have to wait, and it's kind of frustrating a little bit in that way because this is, again, another example of one of those games that I feel like they can show us it. They could show us right now what they're making. I think we could get a teaser trailer for Bully 2. I think we could get a teaser trailer for GTA. Even if it's 2 years away, I think we can get something from it. But, and if this again was like 2015, if it was 2015 and we still had 4 years left of the current generation life cycle, I feel like we would see something, because there's no question that the game would come out in the current generation. Because of where we are, because there's going to be a lot of confusion next year, and especially in the fall of next year with games releasing. Any game that releases on current generation consoles, people are going to be like, well, I know it's I know you can, go backwards compatibility. I know you can play it on PS5, but do you have like a PS5 version? Is there a box, an actual box cover, and does it come in the box for Xbox Scarlet and then PS5? There's going to be a lot of confusion there, and every game that comes out next fall is going to have to deal with that. And also the fact that there's so many games I feel like can be announced, but they're waiting. They're waiting because, especially a game you would think like Bully 2 or GTA, whatever is next from Rockstar, you gotta think it's going to push the console, whatever console it's on, a little bit more than I think a normal game would. It's not gonna Bully 2 is not gonna come out, and it's not gonna max out the PS5 in the first year. It's gonna take many years. They probably won't even be able to max out the consoles by the time the console generation is over. But I'm sure there's a lot of fundamental aspects and things about the game. We hear a lot about loading times with both these consoles. There's a lot of aspects about these games that I'm sure are going to be because of the console, that they're going to be able to say, well, PS5 Xbox Scarlet allows us to do this with our game, and like those kind of things. And you can't if you're kind of building your game around that hype and say like, look, you can go anywhere in this world and the load times are like this, and look how smooth it is, and you can now go into every single room and every single building because the consoles are strong enough, and things like that. And those are big sellers, I think, especially for an open world game. If you tell me in Bully 2 I can go in every classroom, every building on a college campus, if you tell me that, that's a big thing. That's something you want to kind of headline, right? You can't really say that because we don't know, or we know, but they haven't really talked about the next generation of consoles. So while it's true, or while it's in the game, I'm not saying it is, I'm in this fictional world. While it's true, while it's in the game, you can't sell us on that. You can't tell us that because Sony and Microsoft haven't talked about it. So I feel like the next Rockstar game is in the same situation BioShock 4 is in, same situation Rocksteady's in, same situation Harry Potter Magic Awakened is in. So many of these games, there's even more than just that, but those are just some to name a few. They're all in the same situation where it's like you can't really talk about them until the floodgates open. And when the floodgates open next spring and we start really hearing about the consoles, and we see the consoles, and we see the controllers, and we see the specs, and we know the release date, and we know the price, so many games are going to come out, and so many companies are going to say, we're working on all these games for this console, and a lot of them may not even give release years. They may not even say we're going to come out in this year. They're just going to say we're working on them. But we're going to hear about so many games, and I guarantee you Rockstar would be one of them. The next game from Rockstar Games is on the next generation of consoles, and you can't really say that now because you kind of have to wait on Sony and Microsoft. So I'm excited. I mean, talking about it honestly gets me pumped because I want to see what a Rockstar game, I want to see what like a CD Projekt Red, I want to see what another Cyberpunk or another Witcher is like on the next generation consoles. It seems like Rockstar will go first though. We'll be able to see what is a Bully 2, what is a GTA, what is a Red Dead 3, what do these games look like, and how can you use the power of the next generation consoles. We're going to see that, I think, soon, pretty darn soon. Within, again, I think the first year or two of the next generation of consoles, I think we'll get a new Rockstar game, and I'm very, very excited. The question again, and when it comes down to it, will be which one? Is it Bully 2? Is it GTA? I'm still putting my money. I'll lay my prediction down again. I still think it's Bully 2. I want it to be Bully 2, and I think it's Bully 2, but that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think about all this? What game do you think Rockstar is working on, and when do you think it's going to get announced, and when do you think it's going to get released? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel Podcast Now. Hit that bell icon again so you guys know when all these videos go up. We make these videos quite often, talk all about these games, and you can bet as the next generation of consoles gets closer, we're going to have so many videos talking about the games coming out and covering all the games that are coming out on next-gen consoles. So if you guys like that, make sure you guys stick around. And thank you, as always, for watching. I hope to see you on the next video.